Yo YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. For today's video, we're doing a Kelly player review, the FUT birthday card. Let's go through, break it down, see if she's worth the coins. And the answer is yes. 50,000 coins, great. Just a really good, solid player. You're seeing in the clips here. When she's on that right-hand side, so much space. It goes through. Having that 5-star weak foot is just phenomenal. 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot. Just an overall great card. Some of her base stats to go through. We'll go through it in a second. Let's just go through some of the gameplay. We've got a couple of minutes of clips here. Go through her overall stuff. Then we'll break down the stats. So when you're looking at this card, for me personally, I actually used her as more of a wide winger that was creating, not really scoring. Now the highlights are going to show all the goals with her, sure, but I didn't really get a lot of output in her card, to be honest with you. I wasn't really using her as a main striker. She wasn't really getting the goals for me, but what she was doing was getting that pass before the final pass. So she was doing a lot of the setup plays. You're seeing it right here in the example. Like we go through with this, Mbappe goes through, then you see we got the ball in. When she was going inwards like that, that's where I found her a bit more, I would say, devastating in front of goal, but that was more of a play style kind of thing. So I wasn't using it as that final outlet. You're seeing it right here. This is, I would say, a perfect example. She just does a great job of traveling the ball from the starting, from your half of the pitch to their half of the pitch. So I think she's an excellent asset. Now what I would say is for 50,000 coins, I didn't need to use her as the main goal scorer, right? I didn't have to use her as my main attacker. I just used her for an extra option on the width, just to kind of provide that space. And you know, if she was free and no one was marking her, then she's there as well. So I think overall, I'm not gonna lie, when I first started using her, I was trying to get highlights for the gameplay, and I started to struggle a little bit because I was trying to do too much with her and trying to really get some output for some clips. And I was like, right, let me just use her as a right winger and actually just try to play normal. And that's when she started to do a bit more. You see that great bit of play there. Again, that was on me messing up, but just a great play there. She has really good stats, like solid stats. We're going to go through in a second about comparing her as well, but overall, just a great card. Fantastic dribbling, excellent pace, the 5-star. She's just an excellent option on the wing. She really is. So let's go through some stats here and really break down that card. So her base card, 92 pace. First of all, excellent. 93 acceleration, 91 sprint speed. So she's just rapid. She's rapid. You have the 5-star skill move. So on the wing, this is where I think she's just going to absolutely tear defenders apart. Again, look at that. We get a ball in, go to Kobe Maino, and she gets a goal right there. He gets a goal right there. So it's just about how you want to use her. One thing I did, I experimented with using her as a wide playmaker and also as an inside forward. I think she's quite good at both. To be honest with you, you could literally use her how you want, but what I would say is having a bit of balance. So I preferred her as a wide playmaker, only because I had Ronaldinho on the left and I wanted him as more of the inside forward. So obviously I packed Ronaldinho, he's 4 million coins. So for me, I'll get a bit more use out of him than a 50k card Kelly. But let's say Kelly's one of your main attributes, main assets of the team. She definitely can be annoying. You're seeing it right here. When she does cut inside, like she really is a force. So she's definitely a great card to use in either the winger position or as an inside forward. You can use her in both. Now I know a lot of the player reviews I do, I kind of, to be honest, is most of the time it is positive and I recommend the players. And I think this promo is one of the promos where every card I've used has seemed to be almost worth it. The 5-star combination, as well as the decently ranged price, a lot of the cards I'm picking up are just very good for the team. I'll be honest, they're really solid. So I actually think that this card is excellent. It really is. And you're seeing it right now. Again, we go through, Ronaldinho gets the ball and Kelly just makes that inside run, gets a space there, and look how much space she's in, goes through, and she's able to bury the ball there. So overall, just a really solid card. Let's check out some of the stats and just see what makes her so good. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to actually look at some of her competition just as the base card, and this is what I kind of came up with. So we went through, we looked at 30,000 to 75,000 coins. First of all, she's the highest rated, so you can see she's automatically going to be near the top end. When I compare it to some other cards, first of all, league and nation, being English and Arsenal, although it's obviously the woman, so it's going to be a little bit different in terms of the chemistry, but English is such a popular nation in this game where there's so many good players. You can have, you know, your Trent FUT birthday, you can have Bellingham, you got some really solid options. So I do think her nationality is great for chemistry. Also, there's a lot of good players in that league as well, so I think she can link up with a lot of players, not really a problem. Then we go through, I actually have Dunn as well, but I think for Dunn I wouldn't use her as a right wing. I prefer, the best thing about Dunn is her versatility. So I would say when I'm looking at a pure right winger here, there's not a lot of players I think is better than Kelly, to be honest with you. The options I would probably give would be Kelly versus Hansen versus James. to be honest, those are probably the main players I would look at as a right winger. I'm looking at the rest of them. There's nothing that really stands out crazy. Maybe this tail card looks pretty decent as well. I haven't actually used him, but overall, like, there's around 3 or 4 players I would say that maybe could compete. I have used that Williams card. Isn't great, to be honest with you, 99 pace, but isn't amazing. So when I'm looking at these options for the price, like, Kelly really is a solid option. She really is. Let's go through some of the stats there. As we mentioned, 93 pace, 93 acceleration, 91 pace. The reason why I didn't use her as maybe like an inside forward was because I didn't trust her shot as much as I do with other wingers. She doesn't have any like playstyle pluses. Like we did an Isco player review earlier today, and he had a Trivela plus, which was amazing. So you can see, hey, she doesn't quite have any of those playstyle pluses for shooting. So that's probably why I didn't really like her as an inside forward. You can see most of her strengths are on the ball control. So her dribbling and stuff is the best kind of strengths, I would say. And overall, like I mentioned, she's just a great asset to have, but I think she's much better on the wing as a wide playmaker or a wide, I would personally play her as like a wide winger. That's my best thing to have. Inside forward, she was good as well, but I think she was a bit more clinical on the right as a winger. You can see her passing's great. Her shooting is probably the weakest out of the, you know, the 4 main attributes. Her pace is there, her dribbling's there, her passing's great. Her shooting is the one that lets her down slightly. So what I would say is if you're looking for like an inside forward, if you're looking for someone that's going to score more goals, I probably would say Hansen is maybe better at that. A little bit more pricey, but you can see Hansen for me has a little bit more as an inside forward. But if you're looking for a actual winger, looking for someone on the right to actually just be a man, go past and just, you know, play crosses and or be an actual winger, I think Kelly is a great asset to your team. So overall, really good card, and for the price, I'll be honest, you're not gonna lose out. Like, you might as well try her if you're looking at, oh, should I get Kelly, she might fit my team. Really good card for 50,000 coins. What I actually want to do before we end the video is I actually want to look at English right wingers. For anyone that's maybe building an English team, if that's what you're kind of looking for, let's see if she might be the best option right now for the price. So obviously, I'm not going to look at the rest of them because they're all over 1 million coins, right? I do have that Joe Cole card. I have packed that Joe Cole card for 100k. So I think out of the 3 options I'm looking at right now, to be honest with you, the main option I'm looking at would be this Reece James, sorry, not Reece James, this Lauren James card. I'm looking at this Cole card, and I'm looking at Kelly. I do think the Cole card is really solid. I do think this Cole card is better. This Cole card is actually unbelievable, to be honest with you. 95 dribbling as well. He's actually great. But what I will say is for half the coins, if you're trying to save a little bit of money there and you're looking at an actual right winger, maybe from England, I do think that Chloe Kelly is a fantastic option and you guys won't regret using her. I'm going to give her an 8 out of 10 only because of a few things. I think she's a great winger. If it was just right winger, I'd probably give her an 8.5 to 9. I think she was great. But for me, she didn't really get involved as much as I would like. And I think that that's something when I'm spending 50,000 coins, especially if I'm looking at a team that's got, you know, if I've got like a 300k budget, for example, and I'm spending 50k on a right winger, I do want a little bit more output from her. But again, if you have more coins, that's the balance for me. It's like, if you have more coins, I probably wouldn't go for Kelly, right? But if you have a little bit more of a budget and you're going for Kelly, I just wanted a little bit more out of her as a shooting kind of target. I felt like she didn't provide as much as I wanted as an inside forward, and that's why I'm giving her an 8. But as a right winger, she's great. But then there's a bit of a fine line because you're like, do you want to spend 50,000 coins on just the right winger? I don't know. Everyone's got a different situation, and I do think that someone like honestly, Lauren James card is really, really good as well. So maybe in game, Lauren James card could even be slightly better. I haven't actually used her card for a while, but rapid playstyle is something I really like as a winger, and I just feel like, you know, when I'm looking at the two, let me go back. I could compare them. I'm just gonna look at this. Like when I'm looking at the two, like right there, like I will say that the dribbling is slightly better with Kelly. The 5-star is absolutely huge. So it kind of just comes down to what you're looking for, to be honest with you. But when I go for as an inside forward, I go with Hansen. If you have a bit more of a budget and you want an English right winger, Joe Cole for absolute certain. He's unbelievable. And then if you're looking for a right winger, I'll probably go between Chloe Kelly there and Lauren James. Again, out of the two, you can kind of see what you want to do. But for the price, fairly good card. I'll give her an 8 to 8. I'll give her an 8 out of 10 rating. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys for another one tomorrow. Peace.